Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you haven't seen my face before, hello, my name is Ebony and welcome to another day of the 12 days of EBMAS. So I have a bit of a confession to make at the start of this video, and that is that I messed up. I'm pretty sure that I've been announcing that these videos will be going live until the 6th of January. When in actual fact, it's the 5th of January that would make this 12 videos, because I started posting on the 25th of December, Christmas Day, when I should have probably started posting on the 26th, Boxing Day, because that is day number 1 of the 12 days of Christmas. So I messed up. So these videos will be going up until the 5th of January, so apologies for that. I have a feeling that this video is going to be a bit of a long one, so make sure you grab yourself a coffee or a hot drink, hot chocolate, a tea, grab yourself a snack, get yourself cozy, wrap yourself up in a blanket. So yeah, let's get into it. So for today's video, I thought that it would be really apt to do a bit of a YouTube time capsule, because I've never done it before and I thought it'd be cool to look back at in a year's time. Yesterday was my birthday. Woo! I turned another year older, another year wiser. I think 2020 definitely made me wiser in many ways. And so this has been like bittersweet birthday, because obviously I'm in London and we're in tier 4 in a bit of a lockdown at the minute. So, you know, you can't celebrate in ways that you would normally, and you can't do things you'd normally do. And the pandemic in itself has just, it's been a lot, and it's been a big toll on like my mental health, and I think on everyone's mental health. A new year, with a new year comes like expectations, and my birthday is on the 2nd of January, so it always falls around the time of like setting goals, diets, expectations, a better year, better life, better you. I think that actually this is the first time around that I think people have started to like ease that pressure off themselves, because there was an expectation to have an incredible New Year's Eve party. There wasn't an expectation to have an incredible family-driven Christmas. A lot of people don't have family, and a lot of people were stuck with their flatmates or by themselves, and it was very different this year. And I think it maybe humbled a lot of people, because I didn't really feel like the push of being the best we can be, because we can't. We're in a pandemic, we can't be our best selves right now, and everyone's in the same boat. So I did feel like the pressure was on in some respects like relieved from this New Year's. But then with my birthday, obviously, like, it would have been lovely to have been able to do everything I wanted to do and have a whole week of celebrations and restaurants and meals and going to see friends and having friends come to my house. But yeah, obviously it couldn't happen this year. So I thought that I would do something positive, you know, with what I've got. And with this 12 days of EBMAS thing, I thought it would be great to include a mental health video in here, because I do post mental health and I haven't done it in a while. I do like to post videos about mental health and giving like advice and talking about all different kinds of things, from being mixed race to dating to whatever it is, talking about living our most authentic lives, things like that. I'm not an expert, I'm not a therapist, I'm not a psychologist, but this is all kind of like through my eyes and through my perspective, and I hope that there are people out there who can relate and enjoy these videos. So what I thought I'd do is a YouTube time capsule. Now, I wasn't sure if I wanted to announce my age online, because I think a lot of people think I'm younger than I am. And if that's the case, you know, just skip past this next bit and we'll ignore the fact that I turned 30 in a year's time. So yeah, I turned 29 yesterday, and I thought that this kind of like year was very symbolic for me, being the last of my 20s. Oh, am I gonna get emotional? And I thought it'd be great to set myself some goals and achievements and aspirations that are like not rooted in something that's unachievable, in terms of the fact that we're in a pandemic and I can't be like, I want to go to Bali this year. Like, it'd be great if I could, but you know, I need to be flexible. I think 2021's the year of flexibility. So yeah, these are kind of goals that I want to achieve that are very general, and that I want to kind of manifest. These are big and small goals, and they're rooted in achievable things, like that are quite kind of on the emotional realm rather than like physical and superficial things that I have control over. So let's get into it. So the first thing that I put on this list, I've got a list here on my notes app. Anyone else make lists on their notes app? I think that is a personality trait of mine, is making lists on my notes app. So my first one that I wrote down was keep working on my mental health journey and continue to discover things about myself that I like. Now, I've done a video about like mental health and like learning to love yourself and like learning to claim your good features and enjoy those things about yourself, because I think, especially being British, I think we have a culture here where we kind of suppress kind of good emotions and like success. We suppress success, we suppress achievements, and I think we also suppress the things that we like about ourselves, or like talking about things we like about ourselves. We're very like self-deprecating, aren't we? And so I think I've like tried to kind of, so I started this year of like listing things and like writing down things that I actually like about myself, because I think it's really easy to think about things you hate and the negative. We always go to the negative. The human brain just goes straight to the negative before the positive, and so I'm trying to rewrite my brain in a way, and I want to continue to do that throughout 2021, and yeah, like just think about all the things that I like about myself, and think about when I'm with people that bring out that side of me, and try and be aware of it so that I can make sure that I'm feeling that way all the time. The second thing I wrote down was to do with the guy that I'm dating at the minute, and it was to, I'll read it exactly. So we've been dating for a couple of months now, and it's coming up to like the third month, and it's going really, really well. And so I want to make sure that I use what I've learned from relationships in the past and dating in the past to make sure that this relationship, or this, you know, whatever it is healthy and has boundaries and has happiness and all that kind of stuff, and is successful. Because, you know, what's the point in going through what we've gone through in the past and all those things if they're not going to rebuild us into a better person today? And so I really want to be aware, and I don't want to just fall back into the same old traps or the same mistakes. I want to really make sure that I've learned something and I'm taking that forward with me into my new kind of territories. So I've written, cultivate a healthy relationship, maintain communication, honesty, and allow feelings to deepen. So yeah, it's kind of self-explanatory, but yeah, I think everything I've just said, just being as aware as possible and allowing things to flourish. Okay, so I did say these things were meant to be realistic, but the third one was travel. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean, or have to mean, go abroad. Obviously, Brexit's happened, Europe is going to be very different now, so everywhere feels a bit strange and new and unforeseen at the moment. But I think travel can be interpreted into discovering a new local town or local city. There are places I haven't been to in London before. With my blog and things, I do like to do like hotel reviews and travel guides and things, and if I can maybe stay at a local hotel or a local B&B or something, or get an Airbnb somewhere once things are a little bit more relaxed, but still obviously not travelling across to Dubai or anything like that. No tea, no shade. I think travelling with a pinch of salt would mean for me discovering new places and finding that passion that I have even when I go to America, finding that somewhere local. Like, I've never been to Ireland, and I love the film P.S. I Love You, so I don't know what but I've only been to a couple of places in Scotland. There are places like in the south of England I have never been, and I know that England's full of, and the UK is full of beautiful places, so I would definitely say that doing more of that would make me really happy in 2021 once it's safe to do so. So number 4 on my list is to continue to grow my blog and social channels, hit 10,000, I don't know how doable this is going to be, but hit 10,000 followers on Instagram and YouTube, and to keep growing the business side of my blog and everything, and have a successful 2021 financially. So 2020 taught me that I made such a smart move in creating my blog, because when I started it, I didn't know that you could make money on it, but then I grew and the industry grew and influencers became a thing, and it became something that I could make money from. And because all of my industries other than my blog, so acting, working in a theatre, all the other streams of income that I had were completely dried up during the pandemic and still are. And the only way I made money was through a tiny like peanuts amount of furlough through the theatre that I usually work at. I got a job at a chiropractic surgery that was allowed to stay open because it's like medical treatment, and that was a freelance role. And then my most successful role last year was my blog, and that was where I made my most money, and it was my most successful year in general as a freelancer in my blog. So actually altogether. So yeah, I was very proud of myself last year for that, and I want to continue to develop that business side and like kind of make a strategy, I guess. Like I never went to school for business or anything like that. I trained as an actor, I've been training as a creative. My passion lies on the creative side, but I've really had to teach myself the business side to blogging and influencer and content creation, all that kind of stuff. And sometimes I feel a bit lost, like I'm a little fish in a big sea full of people who went to business school and studied all this stuff like marketing and everything. So yeah, I think trying to keep up with my peers in this world has been difficult, but I really want to like try and make a conscious effort to really try and strive in 2021 to really find my feet in that element. And then yeah, of course, to grow my channels, obviously the more followers I have, the more influence I have, and the more people I have to connect with, and that makes me really happy. The main thing for me that's most important with my Instagram and YouTube is to connect with people and have conversations with people and make a difference to people's lives. And then obviously it helps that it becomes an income stream as well, and the more, obviously, you know, the more followers you have, the more money you can charge. I also, in terms of my blog stuff, I want to try and like get a bit more candid on my Instagram. I feel like my YouTube channel is where I get the most candid. Like whoever's watching this now, you guys are getting the most realistic version of me, and I would never talk like this on my Insta stories or IGT. I just feel like I feel like on Instagram when it's on your phone, I feel like people are just like scrolling past and no one really wants to sit and listen to you talking. No one cares. I feel like Instagram's very like visual and all about images, and I don't really know how it works, but yeah, hopefully I can like find a way of talking more about like mental health and things over my Instagram as well, because I feel like that would make me happy to feel like I was making a difference over there as well. The fifth goal, or the fifth time capsule moment thing that I've written down is be on track to buying a house. Wow. The thing is, I live in London. I think that's all I need to say really. But yeah, so I live in London, and it's a difficult place to buy property at the minute, and it will probably be forever now that the market's just going up. I think something really significant would have to happen to make it suddenly affordable to buy in London. But I am like obviously saving, and I've got a savings account, and I'm like doing my best to make sure that I have a bit of a future set up for me. I mean, I'm getting to an age now where I really need to like think about things like pensions and boring things that I'm not even going to talk about here because it's so boring. But I think I need to like start looking into that, and looking into, I don't know, a savings plan or something like that, and make sure that one day I can afford to buy a house. So yes, being on track to buy a house. So number 6 on my time capsule list is to exercise more frequently, start weekly classes and get fit. Now in the lockdown last year, 2020, I managed to start running in the summer especially. I was really on like going for runs and walks and being really active, and then once lockdown eased a little bit, right before we got put back into it, I managed to head to a couple of pole dancing classes, which was a new thing for me, and yeah, I was enjoying like getting into it. I'm currently going for like late night walks, trying to get my steps up, but I don't feel as driven to like go for runs and things when it's so cold and wet and rainy. So I want to try and get back into it. Once gyms and things reopen, I've got plans to start going to weekly spin cycle classes at my local gym and things like that. And especially if there's no other work happening and it's kind of just like exercise and staying at home, you know, like really basic living situation as it has been recently, then I do feel like I have no excuse. I'm definitely going to do that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to hopefully being more active next year. This year. Number 7. was to land another significant acting role and become more confident in my acting abilities. Now, I'm an actor, if you didn't know, obviously not at the minute because of everything that's happening, but I did manage to, last year I was in like a really good UK tour production, and this year I landed a good commercial, and so I want hopefully 2021 to land maybe 1 or 2 more roles, hopefully something that's big and might lead to some more things. I want to also start maybe doing more like at home like tapes and videos and things of me singing or doing a monologue. I've neglected that recently. I haven't really done proper singing recently. I think with my depression or with sadness and down days, I don't feel passion to do acting, and I really lack confidence in myself, and so I want to try and get that back. I don't want to keep waiting for summer and waiting for the weather to pick up and waiting for things like that to feel better. I just want to like do it and find the motivation somewhere else. So yeah, that's definitely on my list, and hopefully I'll achieve that. And finally on my list, last thing I wrote down was to maintain my beautiful friendships and keep having fun and adventures. And I've also written as a more specific thing to host an outdoor cinema movie night, because I really wanted to do that in 2020. I had plans, I've got a projector screen and I've got like a white sheet and things, and I really wanted to invite my friends over for like a fire pit and a movie night, because obviously we're socially distancing outdoors, but now the rules have changed and that can't happen. So hopefully one day when things are allowed to happen, I can have a few friends over. And actually, as so happens, our garden's been like redone recently as well, so it's even more of an excuse to have people over and have drinks and some food and a fire pit and watch a movie, something like Harry Potter, and you know, make everyone feel happy and social and a bit of normality. And then yeah, I just miss my friends. I just miss my friends so much, and I miss hanging out with people, and I miss going for coffee and catching up. I miss talking about like frivolous things, I miss talking about deep things. I don't think Zoom is cutting it anymore, and yeah, I just miss my life a little bit. And so I want to continue to like maintain those friendships, but also I found 2020 a year of reconnecting with people. I reconnected with people and like rebirthed a friendship with about 3 people that I hadn't spoken to in a long time, and so I found that to be like really rewarding for my mental health and socially and things. And so I want to like keep that up and, you know, keep checking in on people and making sure that everyone's okay. So that is the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope that, you know, if you're also in your last year of your 20s or your last couple of years of your 20s, I really hope that by watching this video you felt less alone in how you're feeling. I'm sure that loads of other people feel the same way as me. And yeah, I hope that inspired you to maybe write down a few things that you hope to achieve, achievable things that you hope to achieve in 2021. Remember to be kind to yourself, and remember to be forgiving of yourself, and take it easy on your kind of mental health and the pressures that you put on yourself, I think, this year more than ever. Thank you so much. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below just so I know that you enjoyed it, and maybe if you've got any ideas of things that you want to achieve next year, or this year, I keep saying next year, it's this year. And yeah, subscribe for more videos from me. I'll link at the end, as I said, another couple of like similar videos to this one. And yeah, EBMAS is nearly over, so make sure you're all caught up. There's one more video left to go. Hopefully it'll be a good one. And yeah, I'll speak to you soon, guys. Bye.